Yo, 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 testing, testing, testing. Hey, yeah, I do believe that that's what's the problem. I think it's my OBS. I think when I try to add certain plugins, because I was trying to get prepared, streaming for like TikTok and stuff, and I think I added the wrong plugins to where it started making my OBS lag real bad. So, like I said, y'all, by the next stream, we going to reinstall my OBS. So maybe that'll help a lot with the lag, because literally as soon as I close the OBS, everything started moving back smoothly. But as soon as I started back up, it started lagging. I understand that it's gonna be some lag just because it's streaming, but I streamed before on here and it wasn't as bad like that before. So I think it's just the plugins I got on it. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get into these charts, man. Let's do our recap for September 9th, 2025. Um, Pretty much today was a fair day. It was an okay day. It was a fair day. Nothing too crazy, nothing to brag home about or nothing like that. Um, First, let's go ahead and see what news. Well, actually, let's get our recap, and then we'll check the news for tomorrow. So, for SPY, we ended up for September 9th. We ended up closing green. We closed the green candle, closed above the previous candle high, which is good. That's showing continuation. Like we said, we still expecting the SPY to come up to this 652 area. It is slowing down though. It is slowing down a lot. We seeing SPY slow down. Versus y'all seeing like when we've been moving, we've been jumping like $10 at a time and stuff like that. Either jumping $10 up, $10 down, $10 up, $10 down. Where these past 2 days, we moved about $4 in the past 2 days. So SPY is a little bit slowing down. Um, Not quite sure if it's just hey, because it's preparing for a reversal once it take the high, or it's just building up energy to push higher. Um, but we still got our same game plan. We still our target still is at 652.21. Um, hey, if it take long, it take long. That's the one thing about y'all know how I like to trade with the zero DTE, one DT or two DTE on those spot contracts. That's the one thing that sucks about trading with short-term contracts. These are contract killers. When the market is not really moving that much, contract killers. Luckily, hey, I recognize um it's not the best time to trade. I was able to recognize, hey, Monday, I really don't want to trade it. I want to see if we're gonna close green. I didn't get in those spot contracts. Tuesday, um, I could have gotten spot contracts, but I kind of just didn't feel that we was gonna shoot crazy hard without no news. Because Tuesday we didn't have any news, so I was like, I'm gonna just wait till Wednesday, which I did do the right play. We did not really shoot crazy without the news. So yes, it closed green, but hey, I said I was gonna wait. Now I was gonna purchase a contract toward the end of the day, but I just was like, nah, I just wait till tomorrow. If it shoot up crazy in the free market, it is what it is. Um, I just told myself I just wait, you know, because the contracts I was looking at, the 653 one DT contracts really wasn't. I didn't like the price of them. I was like, man, because if I purchase it today, tomorrow is already gonna come down just because it's zero DT now instead of one DT. And I just didn't like the price. I was like, nah. And then the actual prices I liked was the one that was like the 655 contract. But it was like I don't really see SPY going 655 just yet, until I see that news showing me something. So I just didn't end up buying anything where it's in SPY. I just traded my futures, and that was it today. I didn't trade nothing else but my futures today. Um, but like we said, for the recap of SPY, we end up closing green. We still expecting this 643.33 level to be our new solidified level. Once we take the high, we gotta come take this high. Gotta come take that high. Okay. Um, Other than that, that's pretty much it when it comes by. We still got the same game plan. It's just moving real slow. That's the only thing. Um, let's go jump over to ES. This was the trade I actually took today with ES. I got on ES a little bit late though. No, it was NQ. My bad. I got on NQ today, not ES. But it's fine. We still gotta go over ES. Now ES is almost quite there. SPY is almost there too, but it happened in the aftermarket. Like on that daily, it's pretty much was like where ES was on the daily. But ES is almost at its target. Our target at that 6,541.75 level. That's our ultimate target. Once we take this target, we want to see what do ES want to do. Do it want a close pass to continue going higher? Do we want a wick pass but still close green to let us know, hey, potential slight pullback, then push back up? Or do ES want to close below and close red where that's a sign of, hey, market needs to drop? So we're watching. ES is right there at our level. We got to see. Once it takes this, y'all can set an alert at that 6541.75. Set an alert there. If ES close past it, we looking for that continuation. If ES weak pass, but still close green, slight pullback, possibly to shoot back up. If it close red, like we said, that means ES is looking to come back down. All right, that's the target, but we still got our same target. Like we said with SPY, yes, it's grinding real slow, but it's still going towards our target. So it's just grinding real slow. So we do, like I said, we do have news on Wednesday, which can move the market. Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. I think Friday, yeah, I think Friday we got news too. But I know for sure Wednesday and Thursday, where they can help either push the market higher, or if the market wants to wake up to the highs and dump, it can bring that volatility. But main thing we know, hey, watch for once this high get taken, what the market does. So tomorrow, if this high get taken tomorrow, which it looks like it's wanting to because it's so close to it, this high get taken tomorrow. Y'all watch for that close. See what that close is looking like. Um, we just straight dumping tomorrow. More than likely, if it's straight dumping, it's 11 o'clock. It's like 11, 12 o'clock. I say if it's like 12 o'clock and we dumping hard, more than likely we ain't gonna come all the way back up there. I mean, you never know though, but more than likely we're not gonna come all the way back up. So you know it's red counter. We possibly gonna be getting ready for reversal. If we all the way up here, like say we sitting up here at 65.72 or something like that, 65.60, and it's 1 o'clock, more than likely we want to close above to continue going higher. But since we're futures, we do have the benefit of being able to wait to the last second to get in and get out. Where options, your contract price is gonna change based on where the market is moving. If it's higher or lower, so options you kind of got to get in right when you feeling that momentum. Where futures, we can kind of be a little slower with our reaction time. Just because we don't got that theta and all that stuff. Um, but yeah, it's same concept as SPY. We still waiting on our target level to get hit. It is moving slow, but that's what we're looking for. All right. NQ. Now this was the trade I took today. I took NQ long. It was slow, but I got in at like I literally just took a scalp today because I didn't get in the trade all day, right? I didn't get in the trade the whole day, and it was like the end of the day. I got it along like the very end of the day. Oh man, my bad. Alright, so I had end up getting there in Q long, and it literally I had to hold that trade all the way to the last minute. Like, cause literally it was like 257, 258, then it finally hit my target, which was this high. Um, I ended up getting in them NQ long. Where did I get in? I think right after we took this high and closed past, when we wicked down, I ended up getting in right at the end of the day. Um, was it right there? Honestly, I had to go back and check my trading log. I think it was right there. I just know I ended up holding it for the rest of the day, and it literally had closed like the last minute because it went up to our target. Let me get on the 1 minute. Well, it clutch that one our target then. Well, I had to go back and check my trade. Tomorrow when we get on the stream, I'll let y'all know what level I got it. Cause I took it on Top Step. Um, so I didn't use my live account today. I just took Top Step trade, and that was it. I could have sworn it was right there. Maybe I was on a lower time frame. Cause I remember it was like literally the last 1 minute or last couple minutes, and it finally hit the target for me. I think it was right there. But yeah, other than that, like I said, I just followed the trend. Y'all know we was looking for the longs. We looking for these two targets to get taken. So all I did was just get them some longs towards the end of the day. Now let's go do our analysis of or recap of the day. NQ ended up closing green. Um, now we finally can turn this line red. Made a higher high. So NQ that 23,505. We do not expect the NQ to come back below there. Um, yeah, we do not expect NQ to come back down here. If it do, it's still like we said, it still keeps its overall market structure of this uptrend until it breaks that 25.25. But we're expecting this low to stay respected. NQ ended up closing green, which is good. That means we should continue going higher. But what do we see? It went past this high and made that high, but as we can see, it ended up closing back below. So what did that tell us? Potential slight pullback, and then we might pop. This could be that. This could be that slight pullback right here. This little wick right here. That could already been that slight pullback. To eventually popping. The only way it's gonna be confirmed is once it take that high. Once it take that high, then we know for a fact, hey, that was all the low we wanted to go. Now it's ready to keep moving up. NQ target now, since we just took our previous target, which was this 23,902. Next target is 24, 68.50. Okay, so we could delete this target, but we already took it. I already took that target. Well, yep. Pretty much look the same as ES. Except ES is a lot closer to this target already. So, me personally, I probably keep trading NQ. I usually don't even trade NQ, y'all, but NQ be giving us the most amount of room to keep trading, like to take our loans. This whole week I've been just trading NQ because it's been giving me the most amount of space to keep going. Where ES is like, let me show y'all. Where ES, we're right there, so it's like it's less space. Yes, you still be right, but it's just less space. That's all. Less room for the trade to run. See that? Like, look how close we are to the target for ES, where NQ needs to catch up some. So it gives it more room for our trade, more profits. All right. Now let's go check out these stocks. CrowdStrike. Y'all, I was watching CrowdStrike today. I thought CrowdStrike was gonna be the move. Um, I did prematurely get in one real light CrowdStrike long. That's why y'all see all these dang alerts because I was watching it the whole time. I did prematurely get in. Um, but we end up being up on it. We end up being up on the trade because I ended up jumping in as soon as it got close to this fair value. I really was supposed to wait until it tapped it first, but it got to like 421, and I just got in long. Um, I got in them loans because I was expecting, hey, I mean, yeah, I got in the loans at 421. I'm like, hey, I think it's gonna tap this fair value gap and push up. As y'all can see, I had my alert set for when it taps that gap. Well, if you look real close, it never tapped the gap. So I prematurely got in. Uh, prematurely got in. It never tapped my daily gap. I was upset once I got in the trade, but I was like, man, I ain't really pay nothing for this contract. Um, and it's only one contract. So I was like, I'm willing to count. You know what I'm saying? I'm willing to hold it. Cause potentially the news that come out may can drop us and then push me up, or we can just straight push up. And be bouncing off a lower time frame gap. So that's what I was looking for. I was like, hey, I'm just gonna hold it. Um, but yeah, so we prematurely got into them CrowdStrike loans. Like I said, we were supposed to wait until it tapped this daily gap. Once it tapped that daily gap and we saw market structure shift, and yeah, which this is what we wanted to see, the market structure shift, but it had to come tap this first. So now I'm thinking, hey, it's gonna come finish up the job. And now I gotta hope that it just do the market structure shift versus keep dropping. Um, depending on how it looks tomorrow though. If it's pushing below this gap, I might end up going ahead and closing it. But I might just end up holding for the rest of the week. 'Cause like I said, I didn't really pay nothing for the contract. I think I spent like $60, $70. Um, but yeah, looking at CrowdStrike though. Of course, we said it ended up making this higher high. It solidified this low. I am glad. That's the one thing, y'all. I am glad seeing a red candle. Because red candle telling me what? We're looking for a low. Well, if I'm looking for us to break this uptrend, I need I need us to keep making an uptrend. So we just made high, low, higher, high, potential higher low coming in the mix. Um, all we need is for us to push past this 431 level, 431.11. Now, since it's red, it is telling us market look for a low. So that very next candle could, like I said, it can come down, tap into the daily gap, then potentially push high, or it can come down and just keep flushing to make a lower low. Me, I'm anticipating since we're making this slight uptrend, I'm anticipating for it to tap into the gap to go higher. But that don't mean it has to do that necessarily. So, um, but if we end up doing that and we can close above this high of this red candle, we can close above on a daily. I do expect us to shoot straight up to that 448 right after that. So tomorrow, if we somehow see 431 get taken, we're watching that carefully. 431 must get closed past if it get taken. If it closed past, like I told y'all, I definitely expecting these 440s to come get taken. For CrowdStrike to get in the 440s. All right, y'all. If we end up closing below, we look like we closing below. What's this level? 418.02. I'm gonna cut my contract because I'm not letting it build up down here. I'm gonna cut the contract. if it look like we closing below that 418.02. Okay, but we still expecting. We still want to see this breakout, y'all. We look for this breakout. Look for that breakout on CrowdStrike. And like I said, y'all see all these dang alerts. That's because once I got in my trade, I'm trying to watch them key levels. Watch them key levels. All right, next we got Meta. Meta was actually moving nice today, y'all. It actually was moving up everything. Like Meta probably getting ready to go to them 770s. All right. I was thinking about getting in the Meta, but I already had prematurely jumped in my CrowdStrike, and I was like, I ain't finna be just jumping in stuff here and there. When I trade, I try to stick to no more than like 2 or 3 different trades I jump in each day, uh, or have active at one time, I'll say. And I was, like I said, I was in the CrowdStrike one. Um, I still got my Walmart one because it didn't quite get all the way there. So I'm like, nah, I ain't want to add no extra one that I gotta manage. But I ain't gonna lie, the Meta one did coming through solid. Look like it's gonna go up to that 775, y'all. Um, we end up, like we said, we end up breaking this downtrend, making that higher high. End up, making that higher high, making that higher low, potentially higher low once we take this high. So actually, set alert. But once this high get taken, the bottom of that red candle will be solidified right down here. And if we can close past, we're going to 775. We close past this high, y'all. I'm taking the longs up to the 775. Okay. Did I just move my alert? What did I just do? I think I moved my alert. We just deleted though. It's fine. We close past this 766.51. We close past there, y'all. Daily kind of close past. Take them longs up to that 775 for sure. 1 hour looking decent. Yeah, it definitely, because to the left of Meta really don't have nothing. The optimus, I guess you could say right here, the 773 area. We might can be stopping before getting up there. So I say if we close above 766, take it up to at least 772. At least up to there. So like a $6 move. Okay. Um, let's check out the Walmart. Now Walmart ended up triggering my alert, but I think it did it literally at the end of the day, like in the aftermarket. So that's why I'm still in the contract. Was it the aftermarket? I know I seen my alert go off. It must was a different alert. Yeah, cause it didn't even hit it yet. It didn't even hit it yet. It's almost there, but it ain't hit it yet. Still same thing with Walmart. We're looking for that close above. Let me mark it out. Close above 102.65. We want to see if it can hold above, break and hold. If we get that pullback, we definitely take them long from all-time high. Okay? And I'm telling y'all, Wednesday is a big day, Thursday a big day. We really could just see it shoot straight up to the highs, or we can really see it just straight dump. So I'll be ready for tomorrow, man. It's a big, 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 big day. Alright. Now, Amazon. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I seen Amazon yesterday when I was closing, like when I got done with the stream. And I was like, dang, Amazon slick finna keep running tomorrow. Um, and it's fine. Like I seen it still finna run, but really today was just with no news, I just didn't really want to risk a lot of stuff. I rather waited till Wednesday and Thursday. I was like, that's when I really want to start putting my money in. So I'm okay with not trading certain stocks today. just because I didn't like the volatility. But Amazon ended up closing past our high, y'all. So we can actually delete that. Next target is 239.66, and then eventually the ultimate high of 243.52. Amazon did solidify this low, so we will mark that. Okay, so we don't expect us to go below 231. But for the bigger picture stream, it can't go below 211. Okay, that's for the bigger picture. But it's looking good. It's looking good. It closed past the previous high and everything, so it's looking nice to keep going along. All you would be looking for is a potential. If you want to pull back, like I said, it could just push straight up to that 439. But if it pull back slightly, then look for that market search shift on lower time frames. Take the loans back up to that 239.66. All right. Then this next one I'm gonna go over is I'm gonna say Tesla didn't really move. So like, let's just check it out real quick. Like Tesla didn't really move, or if it did, it ended up closing right back where it started. Yeah, it is a red candle. So pretty much Tesla telling us, hey, it's still actually. Mmm. I was just gonna say that before this stuff loaded up. Tesla is keep bouncing off this gap. All we need is one green candle for Tesla, and we can take the longs back up to these highs, which will be 358, 76. One green candle to take us up there. All we need is one green candle without us closing inside this gap. Because it's bouncing, it's rejecting off the gap twice, using it as support potentially to go higher. Now we get a dump below, close below, retest, then we can see them lows getting taken out. We close inside, we really don't want to miss it. Okay? That plain and simple. Alright, the video, we finally got our close back out. Got our close back out of this gap. We potentially can see the retest, but let me see. We potentially can see the retest of the gap. Do we take that high, or we just close? The high was 170.96. This high was 198. So we did take that high. We failed to close above. We might see a slight pullback. The slight pullback could just be 50% of this candle and then push up, or it potentially could be that retest to go up. But I definitely do see us coming up to the 171, 176. I told y'all all we was looking for in the video though. So I kind of missed this. But if we open up in the morning and they give me a slight pullback, I might get in. I told y'all, hey, whichever side in the video finally closes past is the side I'm gonna trade it to. So it just closed to the upside. I'm ready to trade longs from the video. Especially if I can get a slight pullback to push up. So I like the longs from the video, y'all. I like the longs. Let's look on the 1 hour. Dang, it shot up crazy in the aftermarket. But dang on, man. That's why I said I just said it. I said I probably missed it once I seen that daily candle close out. I probably should have been looking at the end of the day. Because if I was looking at the end of the day, that last little 5 minutes, once I see like, hey, we this far up past that fair value gap, you could grab them longs on that last 5 minute candle and look at it. Jump $3-4 in the aftermarket. That was a little my fault, y'all. I kind of should have been looking, but I was at the gym. I ain't gonna lie, I was at the gym, a little distracted. When I'm at once that 2 o'clock hit, I ain't really that crazy on the charts, y'all. Like I glance at the trades on my own, But I guess I'll just look for opportunities to go long tomorrow on the video. This is a good opportunity right here, though. For to set your stop loss at the bottom of this green candle. Of course, you gotta aim for the high first, but then if it can close past the high on the hourly, keep going up to the next high, which is 75.16. I like the video though. I like the video. Let's check out. Let's go see what the Broadcom. Oh yeah, that's what it was. Broadcom. I wanted to show y'all this. I told y'all you can get in a loan on Broadcom if it give you a pullback. But I told y'all I'm looking for the A plus one. I wanted it to come all the way down to the, I think I said 330. It got super close to 330, man. Or three, I think that was the level I said. It got super close. I had my alert set and everything. It got super close, man. Like literally a couple dollars away. As y'all can see, this low end up being 335. All I wanted to do was to come down here to like 334, 333, and end up going down to 335. So I just needed $2 more of a drop, and I was ready to get on the loan. And it just didn't give it to me. It just didn't give it to me, man. But I'm glad that it didn't give it to me just straight away because I mean that it didn't give it to me towards the end of the day because this is a little risky of a trade because hey, if I wanted that drop down here to it, I needed it to happen early in the day so we could have been pushing back up already. Um, with it being hey, it started pushing down at the end of the day, it kind of gave the Bears the momentum towards the end of the day. Um, but it still could end up making a higher low. It could end up making a higher low. We just gotta push. Really gotta push. Um, we gotta see us crack this 354.40 level. And it needs to be a green count like that. Okay. So really, Broadcom really gotta start running. It really gotta start running if it wanna be still bullish. Like they don't have that much room to go down. It gotta start pushing up hard. So it might still be. I just wish I wish it came down $2 more though, cause I was ready to get in. But we got high. We got high. Well, we got technically this is our high. Then we got our next high, right? Then we got a low. We gotta see is our next candle gonna make another continue and make this lower low, or is it gonna push up and make us a higher high? Okay, and the reason why this candle is confused because this technically is a high high and it made us our low, so that's why it's a high and a low. That's why I said high high, then I said low. Okay, because technically this made a high and a low at the same time. Yeah. So I'm trying to see if we're gonna break past. So the two major levels we're watching is either coming up to this 330, 354.50, or is it gonna break these lows? Because whichever direction it go, and this is the thing I'm gonna say, just because it sweeps these lows, if it don't close below, we ain't going with it. Same thing with the high. Just because it come up to the 354.40, if it don't close above on a daily, we're not going with the long. It gotta close past either the high or low. Once it closes either direction, y'all get in based on that direction. If it come close below this low, get in shorts. I'm gonna tell y'all now, get in the shorts. Don't worry about style off all the way up. No, just get in the shorts because it's finna dump. Same thing for the other side. If it close past, get in the longs because it's finna run. Okay? So I definitely Broadcom, once it closes either up or down, these are definitely my main watches. They're definitely my main watch. Oh, my main watches. Once we get a day close, either direction. I like Broadcom because Broadcom already can run a lot. So, so far my favorite ones so far probably Broadcom, Nvidia, of course Meta, CrowdStrike potentially if it can come on. Walmart definitely. I'm really liking a lot of them, man. I'm liking a lot of them. Uh, let's see what earnings come out tomorrow. See what earnings come out tomorrow. And then, oh yeah, let's check out the news too. So for the news for tomorrow, we got PPI 7:30, and then at 12 we have 10-year note auction. That PPI definitely gonna move the market some. That 10-year note gonna probably move it a little bit more than that PPI, I think. Now Thursday, that CPI really gonna move the market. CPI and that jobs thing really gonna move the market. But y'all know Wednesdays usually the market like to do its reversal type stuff. Oh, matter of fact, let me see some of y'all. Cause y'all know I usually say Wednesday the market like to do reversal. Usually. Well, reversal of this is pushing up. Let's see what the reversal of some of this other stuff. Well, a lot of stuff look like they finna go high. But if it fails to do its reversal, then that means it's really want to push real hard. So like here, if it's failing to not want to do the pullback, like turn red, we might be pushing real hard. You know what I'm saying? But that's probably more in my head, y'all. Y'all probably won't. It's a little deeper. Sometimes I be thinking deep with it. But yeah, really, main thing 7:30, 12 o'clock. Watch out for tomorrow. Watch that news, y'all. Watch that news. Let's see about the earnings though. Earnings for tomorrow. We got Chewy in the morning. Dang, zoom out. Chewy in the morning. Oh, we had Oracle and GameStop. Let me go see what they looking like after market. We might get in the morning. Let's go check them out. Let's go check Oracle and GameStop. Do I already got them on the side over here? I don't see. I see Oracle. See what Oracle look. What Oracle did in the aftermarket for its earnings. Look like red. Look like bad earnings. Let's look at it daily before we look at the earnings. Let's look at it daily and see what we thought it might do. Okay, for Oracle, looked like it was in the uptrend. Okay, right in the uptrend. Did it bounce off a gap? No, it got close to the gap, but it ain't bounce off the gap. So that's kind of bad. Because you wanted it to bounce off the gap. So it didn't bounce off the gap. That's kind of bad. But that means the market might want to come back down to it. What's this? Did it tap the top of this daily gap? Yes, it tapped the top. Ooh, yeah, it ain't looking good. It kind of look like it's supposed to come down some. Um, it tapped the top of that daily gap and failed to close above. But at least it's not red. Since it's not red, it still can potentially keep going up. But if it was red, if this would end up turning red, nah, it's game over. Um, last things we did, like I said, we in the overall uptrend. That last low we got that they ain't supposed to beat is all the way down here. Okay. Look like they trying to potentially respect this low. Alright, so we end up making a downtrend. Now we finally broke, made that higher high. Made that higher high with this candle. Yeah, this candle made a higher high, then we made another high. So this low right here is supposed to be holding stable. The 234.56 level. If it comes below here and close below, It's dumping all the way down. Dumping all the way down. We're coming all the way down to possibly first these gaps. First them gaps, and then eventually to that 219. All right. But now looking at our daily, it closed green, but it failed to what? Close above this high. It swept the high, but it failed to close above. So that's telling us, hey, it's potentially gonna drop, pull back some. Now it could pull back and then push higher to finally break out. Or if that pullback be too strong and come sweep this low, then we might be retest this to drop all the way down to this 225 level. So now let's go look at them earnings, see what the earnings end up doing. Okay. So it technically did what it already did what we said it was gonna do. Dang, what? God, lead on earnings went crazy. Look what happened though. We said, hey, it gotta do some type of pullback, but if it takes that low, it's probably gonna come down to this 225 low. Which it did do. It did all of that. It ended up taking that low, went down to 225. And I promise you, y'all, I did not even look at this chart. I promise you, this is literally me just doing my analysis. And y'all see it. Literally, I called it straight to a T. I said, if it take that low, it should come down to this 225. Which it literally did. Came, took that low, went to the 225, but look, boom, pushed all the way back up. All the way back up. That's crazy. All the way back up. So at this point, ooh-wee, boy, that is $70, $80 move. I know some people on Oracle happy. I know they happy. Mm-mm-mm. But like we said, so it's at 309. Where is that? Did that take the author? Boy, oh my, oh yeah, they getting paid. Paid. Oh my, boy, we will open up in the morning and Oracle is up here. Boy, them folks paid. Look at this. Boy, you paid good on Oracle, boy. I know, boy, I know they gonna be two turns. That is crazy. Oracle paid. Oracle paid beautiful. I wonder what them contracts was in the morning. Actually, I can go check. Let me go check real quick, y'all. I want to just tell y'all what a 309 You wouldn't even thought it would be 309. Let's just see the all-time highs. So what was the all-time highs before that? 260. Let's see how much 260 Oracle contract cost us. Because tomorrow is gonna be crazy. I know it. What ORCL? I put OE. ORC. Come on, big fingers. ORCL. Let's just see. Mm. Okay, it wasn't cheap. It wasn't cheap. It was $500 even to get it that far out the money. It was $500 to get it that far out the money. But if you somehow was like, I think it's gonna get to 300. Well, you only paid $35. You probably finna be up like $400 off the $35. Let me see something real quick. Let me just look at some. Up, down, 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 push up, down, push up, down. Yeah, maybe if I would have, if they would have gave us the opportunity in the regular market for it to push down here, maybe that would have been a nice loan. But they already did it all in the earnings, so it's like they just snuck that one by. Look at the weekly. They snuck that one by, y'all. Like 260, you could have kind of said, hey, it might go to 260, but I don't think nobody thought it gonna go to 309. That's crazy. Oracle went crazy. Game plan for Oracle. Once it opens up tomorrow, we're gonna watch that potential pullback because we know since it's at 309. I mean, it can gap since it's gapping up. It could just shoot straight up, or it can do kind of like what was that stock we just looked at, y'all? Who was that gapped up and they had it red? Nvidia. No, it wasn't Nvidia. It was Adobe. It can kind of do like Adobe did. It can open up there and come straight down. So let's go to the daily on Adobe. Was it Adobe? I guess it wasn't Adobe. Who was that we just looked at, y'all? Broadcom, my bad. Like Broadcom. It can do like Broadcom did. Y'all see that? It can gap up and then come straight down. It could do something like that. Or it can be green. Where Oracle at? All we know, hey, Oracle gonna try to see if it can close above this high. So we going to mark that high. If somehow Oracle come back down here, up. If somehow Oracle can come back down here. Ooh, I just got a good game plan, y'all. If somehow Oracle come back down here and close back below, the shorts definitely gonna get ready to get in. Say if Oracle comes down and it's gonna be the end of the day, and it do not look like it's gonna go down there. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. We might grab a loan, and play it just like how Broadcom was, cause that'll be technically, even if it be red, technically, I mean it closed past the high, y'all. Um, Technically that means it closed past the high, which should be continuation to the upside. So we could just play that slight bounce that's gonna do that next day, kind of like Broadcom. But y'all know these contracts gonna be crazy, so we might not even mess with it for real. We gonna see though, cause just like Broadcom, it did close red, but since it technically closed past for the continuation, we got a slight push up. I see that, so we could do something like that. We just gotta see though. Really, when it comes to Oracle, I'm just gonna wait towards the end of the day and see what the kind of looking like. Okay, and then who else we said came out? GameStop. Then we're gonna call it right here because it's 10:40, y'all. I just want to look at GameStop real quick. I just want to see what the earnings gonna do. We ain't even finna do the announcement, but it's real late. Ooh, GameStop. Let's see. Yep, it went up there. Dang. Yeah, it went up there to our target. Okay. All right then, y'all. I'm gonna end it right here because, like I said, it's already late. I ain't noticed the time was flying by like that. But I'll see y'all in the next one.